All right.
That
So,
gives me.
Kimoy, let's get started. Where are you from?
So currently living in London, in the UK, but I'm from the Caribbean originally. Small
Okay.
island called St. Kitts.
Ooh, the islands. Okay, what part of the
Mm.
Caribbean?
Island called St. Kitts and Nevis.
Hmm. Okay, I'm not
It's
sure.
right next to Antigua.
Oh, okay. Okay, right. I've heard of Antigua. Okay, nice. And now you're living in the UK. Why leave the islands and go to the UK?
I came here when I was pretty young. My mom brought me here as a kid. Um, Basically just kind of grew up here in the UK. Been living in London for about maybe 8 years. And yeah, just kind of been here ever since, but looking to go to greener pastures, hopefully in Ghana in the
Oh,
future. So that's the plan.
okay. Okay. So that means
Yeah,
that you are looking to relocate to Ghana.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. What is the
Yeah.
timeline looking like for you?
Um, it's difficult to say. It's kind of like it could be very imminent. It could be a maximum of like 2 years. Basically, I'm getting everything kind of tied up here. And I'm looking to get like a fully remote role. So whilst that's kind of the process, it could take some time. It might be very quick. So yeah, once those things are in place, the remote role, and I have my like property mortgage here, and I
Hmm.
can rent my place out, and I'm free to go. So yeah,
Nice. Okay,
so
well, let's
maximum.
get started because you're talking about mortgages and you're talking about remote positions. And so that is definitely a part of my questionnaire of just getting to know you better. So I just want to start with tell us a little bit more about yourself. We know that you were born in the Caribbean and you currently live in London. What do you do occupation wise? And have you ever been married?
Never been married. I am qualified in cybersecurity. That's kind of the profession that I'm looking to go into full time. Right now, doing it like freelance here and there. And when I'm not doing that, I'm kind of working in events in London, central London, doing like security, personal protection, that kind of thing. So it's pretty varied. But yeah, tech is where I'm trying to go full time.
Okay. Any children?
No children.
Okay. Do you want children?
Yeah, yeah. When everything is kind of settled and
Okay. How many do you want?
um, whatever God blesses me with, I guess. Maybe I'd say two minimum would be ideal, but yeah, any more would be great as well. So
Okay. Okay. So at least two. Got it.
yeah,
And then when it comes to how old are you, by the way?
I'm 38 years old.
Okay.
Yeah,
38. So you're ready for something serious.
100%, 100%.
Okay. So what does your
Yeah.
ideal girl look like? What does she sound like? What are you looking for?
Um, Had to be black. That's definitely a must.
Clock
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Yeah, in terms of aesthetics, I'm pretty open. Um, I'm not really one for the BBLs and the artificial kind of, improvement.
You want a natural
Definitely
body.
100%, 100%. That's very important. In terms of like mentality and outlook, someone who's very grounded, down to earth, humble, easygoing. Um, Someone who has a sense of humor. That's really important. I'm always laughing and joking, so someone who's got a sense of humor is a must. Um, Someone who appreciates like nature and the type of environment I'm looking to be in full time is important as well. If you're a little bit high maintenance, bougie, materialistic kind of thing, that's not really my kind of vibe.
So no city
Um,
girls.
I can make an exception because some of you are fine. So, but
I'm glad
ideally,
you said
ideally,
y'all. I'm glad you said y'all because I'm definitely, but listen, city girls, when I say city girls, I mean now these are girls that like to be in the city. Do you see? They
yeah,
may not necessarily want to have that nature vibe. So, and
yeah, this is the thing.
city girls,
But I'm thinking, I'm hoping if you're going to Ghana that you're gonna kind of appreciate those kind of elements, right?
Yes,
Or
that makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. So
Ghana is
that
very nature heavy, but it's very city heavy as well.
100%, 100%. So yeah, someone who isn't like out of her comfort zone in those kind of spaces, whether it be nature or So
Okay.
yeah, the
Nice.
vibe I'm thinking. Yeah.
So what about the
Um,
preferred faith or religion? Does that matter?
Not really. Myself, I would say that I'm kind of like spiritual. So,
Hmm.
um, I'll make of that what you will. I believe in God. I pray and stuff like that, but it's not like faith is not the be all and end all for me.
Okay.
Um, yeah. If some I've dated like Muslims and things in the past, I've dated Christians in the past, and you know, provided, you know, you're not trying to enforce that on me, we're all
Okay.
good, you know?
Okay. As long
Yeah.
as they're not trying to enforce it on you. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
So,
pretty good.
what would you say as far as preferred income when it comes to the lady that you're dating?
No preference in that. It doesn't matter if you're earning 100K or not very much. That's not really an area that I'm too focused on. Um, for me, the most important thing is your the substance of your character. Are
Okay.
you kind, warm person? Someone who's gonna be invested in me, committed. These are the things that are at the forefront of my mind.
Okay. Now, would you
Yeah.
consider yourself to be a provider in the relationship, or do you prefer like a 50-50 relationship?
Um, I'm a provider in the aspect of kind of like dating, like I cover all the expenses in regards to like dating and things like that. I'm flexible on this one. It depends really on the situation. There's certain things that I'm basically not trying to do a situation where it's like you're just here and I pay for absolutely everything.
Okay. Have you been
Like
in that
I feel like
situation before?
no, because I avoid it. So it's like I'm not really trying to be, I don't want to have a dependent.
Mm.
So if I feel like people should cover their personal expenses, I would never ask my partner to cover my gym membership, for example. Like if that's something I do in my spare time, I've covered that.
Okay.
But in terms of like dates and wining and dining and stuff like that, I'm happy to do it.
Okay. So dates and whining
Yeah.
and dining are on you, but if you guys decide to take a trip, it's 50-50.
Trips I can cover as well. But
Okay.
where I'm going 50-50 is if, let's say, for example, we both decide that we want to buy a property, right?
Okay.
And you want your name on that title deed, I feel like we should both contribute financially to that title deed. You know?
Okay. But you'll be willing to get it
Well,
together. You just gotta bring your
100%.
50%.
Yeah, for a property, absolutely. So that's like
Yeah.
an asset, right? We want to
Yep.
share later on. So I feel like we should both contribute to that asset.
Okay.
But anything else as far as your lifestyle and things like that, I'm happy to cover that.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Perfect. And also, do you smoke? Would you date someone who smokes or drinks?
Drinking definitely, as I drink, so that it would be nice if I met someone who did drink as well. It's not a deal breaker if they don't. In terms of smoking, cigarettes, I don't really like it, if I'm honest. It's not a nice habit, but again, it's not a deal breaker if someone smokes. Weed, I don't mind either way. I don't particularly like the smell, but I don't smoke personally. But if somebody smokes weed, it's all good.
So now that you mentioned it, and I'm glad you did, what are your deal breakers? If you had to name three deal breakers in a woman, what would they be?
Three deal breakers would be no sex before marriage.
Okay, so if
No,
she didn't want to have sex before marriage, that's a deal breaker.
absolutely, yeah. Sorry, I've been in a relationship like that before. It didn't work out. I'm not built
Oh,
like that. I'm
oh,
a very,
how long did it
I'm an
go on?
I mean, not long. I think
Of
in
course not.
total,
It's a deal breaker.
exactly. I think maybe like 7 months or something like that.
Okay. That was a nice amount
Mhm.
of time.
Nearly died in the process, but yeah, it was a
Okay.
long
So that
time.
means you have
But
restraint.
to some degree, yeah. But after a while, it's like, okay, this is tough, you know.
Okay. So that's
So
the deal breaker.
deal breaker. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and say kids are as well because I feel like with me, the way that I want to work and live going forward is I want to not be necessarily tied to any one destination. Like if I want to decide I want to go and work in Colombia for a couple of months or, South Africa or Kenya or wherever, it'd be nice if I could be with someone who could get up and go with me, and I
Mhm.
feel like kids kind of complicates that a little bit.
Now,
Um,
what if they have
but
kids that are grown and that are with their fathers or, being taken care of?
provided there's no drama in that kind of like relationship with the other parent, we could make it work, but it's not like my first preference.
Okay.
So,
Got it.
um, and lastly, yeah, just kind of like going back to the mentality thing, like anyone who's kind of like pretentious, like high maintenance, kind of like bougie, materialistic, that's just not my vibe at all, at all.
Got
So
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay. A
those would be
humble
the two,
queen. You want a humble queen.
100%, 100%. But yeah, that would be the vibe. That would be the vibe.
Got it. And what are some of the activities you like to share with your partner?
Big time on going out, traveling, exploring, getting like involved in culture in terms of food, concerts. I'm an outdoors person. Obviously, here in the UK, it gets very cold in the winter, so I'm not out so much during the winter. But if I'm in a hot country year round, I want to be out exploring, having fun, bars, partying a little bit, but also cultural stuff, nature, kind of thing. So,
Nice. Okay. Well, you're sounding like a really good catch. So I'm sure there are
okay,
going to
thank
be
you.
plenty of women who are interested. And Kamoy, if you could just give us a little bit of a, zoom out. We want to see
Oh,
what we're working with
okay.
here, what the ladies are working with, and also how tall are you and body weight?
So I am 6'2". I don't know if you can see that. You guys do centimeters, right? So I'm at
Yeah.
188
Yeah, we do feet, square feet.
feet.
Mm-hmm. So you're 6 foot
Let me see
two.
if I 6'2". Yeah,
Hmm.
that is
Okay,
me.
I'm
I don't
sure
know
the
if you
ladies will love that.
can see me.
Okay, okay, okay.
Hopefully that kind works.
Yes.
Yeah,
Give us a little spin
really got
around. Spin around. Is that a dimple I see too?
what's that?
Is that a dimple?
A dimple, yeah, kind of,
Okay.
sort of. I'm
Okay.
just putting it on the floor for now because I want to get the full length. How does that work? Does
Okay.
that work?
Okay.
I don't know.
There we go. It's giving Idris Elba. It is. Giving
I'm
Idris.
trying, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying. One
Okay,
day.
great. So,
Yeah.
you currently are living in the UK. You work in
London.
tech and
Yeah.
you're open to moving to Ghana. You have no
Yep.
children, currently 38, never been married. And I must know, when was your last relationship and why did it end?
Last relationship was about 3 years ago now. There's a kind of an age gap between us. Like I think she was maybe 10 years ago, 10 years younger than me.
Ooh, okay. Got it.
Yeah. And, you know, mentality was kind of very much still figuring out life, watching what to do. And I wasn't really in that space. Very focused, knew where I was going, and the dynamic changed between us from like a partner to kind of like dad daughter type situation.
I don't
Uh,
think I can hear you that well wherever you placed your phone.
no,
I can't hear
sorry.
that.
Um,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah. I was
better now.
saying, yeah, the dynamic changed between us from like partners to like dad daughter because of the age gap. So like not really a vibe.
Mm, got
Um,
it. Okay, how long were you all together?
Again, that was a short one. I think that was like 8, 9 months, something like that.
9 months. What was your longest relationship?
Not the longest. Maybe I want to say like a year.
The love.
Yeah, But
The longest
context, to give
relationship,
context,
1 year? Wait a
to
second.
give context, like in my 20s and teens and stuff like that, I was just, outside having fun,
Here we
enjoyment.
go.
Then we had the time where it was kind of like focus on career and development. And then it's only really been in my 30s that I've started to date in a serious, intentional way. So technically, I've only been looking for a partner for the last 8 years.
For the last 8 years.
Yeah. So
Okay.
in that 8 year period, I've only had a year-long relationship. But I've dated and seen people and stuff like that. But yeah, just hasn't gone the distance, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, you really sound like a good catch. I must know, is there anything that the ladies have told you about yourself
Oh, sorry.
when you were dating
Anything
them?
else?
Was there anything that they said as constructive criticism to you that you need to
Um,
change or work on?
I mean, as far as constructive criticism, not so much. Sorry, I've got a call coming through 1 second.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. As far as constructive criticism, not so much. Like everything I've ever been in has ended amicably.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, it's just been one of those situations where we're not compatible long term. So I don't really have any, not been any bad breakups or anything like that. As far as me, in terms of like how I can do better or more successful relationship,
Uh-huh.
I think definitely um, being a bit more forgiving.
Wait, what's your
Yeah,
zodiac sign?
I'm late Libra.
You're a Libra.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness, you're the
So,
first Libra man I met. I'm a Libra.
oh, wow. Okay,
What's your
yeah. So
birthday?
I don't, 3rd of October.
I'm October 7th.
Oh, wait, look at that.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So they said be
So,
more forgiving. We're forgiving.
yeah, to a degree. So, like anything that's causing me kind of like discomfort or stress or like, because I've been single for a while and I lived on my own since I was 21. So I'm used to my peace, right?
Yes.
So, if anybody's giving me a headache or a hard time, I can be very quick to be like, I'm out, you know?
Got
So
it.
that's another reason probably why the relationships haven't lasted. Because I could be, yeah, a little bit unforgiving with things that are annoying or frustrating. I'm just like, not for me. But for the right person, obviously, you work,
Exactly.
work through things, will come out. So yeah, a lot of the time that the relationships have not worked, it's because there have been fundamental things that are kind of not workarounds. So that's one of those
Well,
situations.
wow, we got a lot of information and I'm excited for the ladies to see this. And so is there any last piece that you want to leave with the ladies so that they know about you? Um, yeah, go ahead. You can do that.
Yeah, all I'll say is, yeah, just come, be your authentic self, come with your kindness, lead with that, and we'll go far. So we can say,
Mhm. All right, ladies. Well, there you have it. And it's Kimoy, right?
yeah, Kimoy, yeah,
Kimoy. Okay, there you have it. Kimoy from the Caribbean in UK on his way to Ghana. Thank you so much,
100%.
Kimoy.
Thank you. Have a good day, yeah?
Yes.